So the first thing you want to do is find your FPX file, which is the mesh, and then drag that in. And sometimes, and you can see that it loaded up and it has none of the materials in it. And sometimes if you export it the right way, from Maya to Unity, a lot of the textures will transfer and other ones won't. So I'm going to show you how to just make a material and throw it onto the box. So I'm just going to drag that into the scene, and I'm going to fill this in with a bunch of materials. So I'm literally going to go into materials, just use this plain material right here, or go right click, create, and then do material, and then name this chest, and then drag this onto our chest. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So right now it's just all white because none of this is filled out. So the easiest way to export all these maps, there's many different ways to export these maps in Mudbox, but the easiest way, I'm going to show you the easiest ways to export all these materials. So when you save your Mudbox file, you can basically, next to your Mudbox native file, Mudbox makes a folder that's named exactly like this next to your Mudbox native file, which is this right here. The names match. So you want to go into that, and these are all of your textures that you made. Some of them are, you can kind of see like the diffuse background, and some of these are kind of chopped up, but some of them work. Like the emission map works, the masking works, the mask texture, and then the metallic map is there, and then the ambient occlusion map is here too. So what we want to do is basically just select these four. I'm just going to drag them in. And that's 4 textures right there, but we're missing our albedo map, which is our color. So, which we have to export this selected if you have to compact all these layers together to get the albedo map. So I'm going to drag the albedo into, so rename this as material, and then chest. And then I'm going to lock this window, and then go back to my materials folder, or my textures folder, go into chest, and so basically we're going to fill out this material with all these textures. So I'm just going to drag the albedo texture right here, the albedo cave texture, into this. Okay, that's weird. I think it's just a glitch. And then I'm going to drag ambient occlusion into it, the mask, the T-tail mask into the T-tail mask. I'm going to drag the emission mask into the emission color right there. See, freaking glitch. What the heck? And then last one I'm going to fill out is the metallic texture. I'm going to just fill that in to the metallic texture right here, and that should give it a gloss. That's it. Now, okay, so in the Mudbox folder, you can see that there's a normal texture that we named it, chest normal texture, and then there's a height texture map right here. And you can kind of look at them, see the black and white we painted, you know, we did that. We can look in this one, we did that. And I want to update the ambient occlusion map too, so I'm going to select that. I'm going to drag that over. And it didn't really, so you want to delete this one, the old one, and then you want to take your material chest, and you basically want to go into normal map, and you can search it right here, or you can just, over here you can find it. Normal map right here, fill that in. Bam, look at that. Isn't that cool? And you can play around with the value right here, because sometimes it's like too much. I do 0.2, or you can do 0.5, and then watch. You can drag in the height map. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. a little too much for me. You can actually go crazy with it. Oh my god. Look at that. There's nothing there. It's magic. You can also go into where is it? You can unlock this and then go into the normal map, and then you can switch the default to an actual normal map instead of default. Change it to a normal map, hit apply, and that should help it. Yeah, so you want to click create from a grayscale and then do bumpiness, maybe turn that down. Maybe keep it at 0.2 and then do smooth and then hit apply. And this actually changes the grayscale image, as we can see down here, into an image that uses, I don't know how I can zoom, into a purple, and you see green and red map. And you can see that like the green pushes it on the y-axis, the red pushes it on the x, and I think the purple maybe pushes it on, or the blue pushes it on the z, I think. I'm not sure. But you can kind of get a better map that way. And then, yeah. And that's a little too much for me, so I'm going to actually go back into this material, lock the window, and then fix the height map a little bit. There you go. Ta-da! Probably take this down a little bit, so because I just did maybe 5 to 0.5. Oh, okay, that's. And then you could take this chest and then drag this chest into the prefab folder, and then probably rename it with maybe just chest cave, because this is a chest that's used in the cave, not outside, and then done. Because we could always just drag another chest out here and then slap different materials on it and rename it a different object. I'm just going to delete that. But I would make sure to rename this from Lambert chest detail mask, you know, whatever it imported as, to maybe just take the Lambert out of it, so it's just chest. So it's easy to, you know, if you're searching for materials, you can put chest in, and all the chest textures come up. So it's easy to search for all that stuff if you made sure that you started out with the object name and then the texture name. That's how we made textures in Mudbox, implemented them in Unity, and then it kind of adjusted and assorted them, making sure that everything works in Unity. All right, done.